I don't necessarily think that our profession asks more of interpreters than, than someone else who works in a healthcare field, a social worker
Mhm.
or a nurse or, you know, any other helping profession, a teacher even. I think that we have to remember why we're there and what we're trying to accomplish. So the goal of the encounter is what I think the interpreter needs to keep in mind. And when things are stressful, and emotionally intense, I think it's important for us to find ways to decompress, and that to avoid burnout, to avoid carrying around vicarious trauma. So I think there are other fields that do a better job of teaching those in that profession how to manage emotions, like social
Yeah.
work, for example. Um, I think that we're getting better in our field about talking, about teaching interpreters about the emotional complexities of our field. But those of us who are experienced I mean, I can name at least three situations off the top of my head that I walked into, and it was totally unexpected. What I thought I was walking into one thing, and it turned out to be something completely different, and it was
Okay.
way more emotionally intense than I expected it to be. And the situation I'm thinking about right now, when that assignment was over, I immediately came home, hugged my children. I remembered consciously being grateful about their health and my health. And, so I think that, and then talking to other interpreters, trusted mentors about the experience I had just interpreted. Um, and doing things like that helped me get through it. Um, so it's not that we ask too much of the interpreters. I think sometimes we don't train them enough. I think there's a lot of people think you just need to be bilingual. You just need to take a 1 week training so you have some, experience for medical interpreting, and off you go. And that's absolutely not sufficient.
Yeah, absolutely. When I first heard that question, I'm like, well, yes and no. Yes, because I mean, interpreting, just like Debbie mentioned, interpreting is um, can be very emotionally taxing, especially in certain scenarios. There could be, I mean, traumatic content, just just even emotional intensity from participants. Like just if someone is even charged, maybe situation wasn't bad enough, but someone is already dysregulated. And it falls on us to stay calm in the middle of that chaos. You know, that pressure to remain neutral while conveying that. Um, and I agree that I feel like in our field, we're just beginning to teach interpreters, how to avoid secondary trauma or how to process it, how to avoid compassion fatigue, or what to do when we find ourselves burnt out emotionally. Um, and it's not yet widely available in our community. Um, and I do think that is a problem.